have you ever used your celebrity card to get out of trouble?
I think you would do that too, and I can see you do that. And which is that people with lovely smiles always use those smiles to get out of trouble.
Hi everybody, my name is Sakshma Srivastava and I hope that all of you are happy and healthy. Today on the show, I have one of the most graceful, elegant and beautiful actresses from the world of Indian cinema, Sonali Bendre. Hello.
Thank you, Sakshma. That was very kind of you.
It's actually very nice to sit and talk to you, for real.
Thank you.
So, we are here to talk about The Broken News Season 2.
Yep.
First season was such a hit. Everyone was appreciating it. Performances, the story, and we're back. So congratulations on the second season.
Thank you.
The world of media is something that you're an actor and you need, it's a very different industry, media. During the prep for your character for this show, did you come across something about the workings of the industry, of the media industry that shocked you or surprised?
Something about the media industry that shocked me. I wouldn't say shocked me, but what I would say was that I think I've understood the other side better. You know, things that get written about and nobody bothers to check if it is true and, you know, all those sort of things. So there was, without me even realizing, it's not like, oh, I hate them. It's not that, but it's just that it's, you know, different. I think for me, media has now been humanized, and I kind of understand what goes on behind the scenes, what are the compulsions, what are the choices, what are the challenges, and how does that business work, and, you know, so there's much more empathy, I would say.
So is there any advice or something that you would like to say to the audience, which is very innocent? It's not their fault that they see something and they immediately believe it and then they forward it to people and news becomes like huge up.
But that's not innocent. That's the responsibility of the audience.
Okay.
As to what are you forwarding? Are you sure about it? Is it the right thing?
Yeah.
And especially in today's day and age, where everybody is a journalist. And everybody is, because you have access to putting up your opinion or a camera on your phone. So then it becomes all of our duty to, fact check.
What you said is very true. Everybody has a camera and people just, these days, just to get views and likes for that short dopamine hit, they would, at the expense of a celebrity or anybody, they would say something which is not true, and we should stop doing that.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not just with the celebrity. I mean, actually, if you go to look at it, cyberbullying is a huge issue. And you find people ending their lives because of that bullying, and, it's a very sad situation.
When I was watching your interviews, you said you were very, very nervous on the first day of the shoot of the first season. I mean, you've done so much work. And what were you most nervous about?
It was a very different time when I was working in, and things had changed so much. I had done non-fiction after that, but fiction I'd not done for a while. I was coming back after a very, very serious illness. I had healed and my body was not what it used to be. My memory is still not what it used to be. And in the sense of in trying to heal because of the treatment that I've gone through, everybody who goes through it kind of goes through it. It's just that your body has aged suddenly by more than a decade. And so you're grappling with all of those issues. So I was not sure how I'll be able to handle the physical aspect of the work, the memorizing of the lines. And then there was the other side, and which was that the way the equipment has changed. We were, it's soundless. The way things move on set and the way the teams are and everything, all that had changed. Actors had changed, the way they act has been changed. So all that did make me nervous. Also, you didn't want to be labeled this 90s person wanting to be doing today's thing. And there were a lot of those articles where, or people talking about how they're not able to adapt, the style of acting and stuff like that. So all those things made me nervous.
But it lasted one day, because next day you fired, and that's a good thing, I think.
Well, I think camera has been a friend always, and a very loving friend, I would say. Camera has always been very kind to me. And so when I come in front of the camera, it always feels like I've come home. So, yeah.
I think that's every actor should feel that way when they come home. Now, you have been very graceful as puppet person throughout the years. I mean, you've always been very poised and elegant. I've never seen you lose your temper also, which is very common these days. Did that take work to keep calm, or you're a calm person?
I don't think I'm a calm person per se. I mean, if you're going to say that, do I not lose my temper? Of course I do. I mean, I don't know. I never thought of it as being graceful or something like that. I think that's the upbringing. When you step out, when you're out, you're in front of people, or how you treat people, there's a certain way you do it. And dignity is important. And I think that for me has been more important than anything else, that there should be dignity in whatever you do.
Being lost. Okay. Coming to acting and portraying emotions on camera, I personally think that it's very hard to try on screen. What is your process? Do you take a moment and feel the pain of the character, or some actors go back to their personal loss or pain? What is your process?
I've never really analyzed what the process is, but I think when you're a creative person or when you're an actor, then obviously what you would call like a thin skin. Everything really, you are kind of touchy about things and you feel things faster or more thoroughly, I would say. Thin skin is how I would call it. So I think if you are a sensitive person, then if you tell me something and that is sad, and it would bring tears to my eyes. So it doesn't mean that I need to kind of go back into my life and bring it out. It's just hearing what it is. And if you just can feel for whatever it is that is going on at that point, you feel the emotion and then it goes to this logical conclusion.
That's so nice. You have pure heart. You feel other person's pain. That's beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes you should not feel too much of it also, because then you're crying and there's no movie. It's a joke in my friend circle and my family.
Okay.
At the moment there is a tone change and everything, and they all say that, is she weeping or not still? And it's like, there's no movie that I don't cry in. Or there's not a tear that comes out. When something very nice happens, also tears can come out. Yeah.
That makes you so nice and sweet. That's what I'm thinking. When you go back home after a difficult scene, it can be any, not just crying, like anger, any negative emotion. Does it take a toll on you and you take time to come out of it at home, or you switch on and off fast?
No, it does sometimes take its time, and especially when you're shooting for same thing back to back for a while, then you kind of stay. It kind of stays because you're going back to it. So it kind of stays there somewhere down there. It stays with you for a while. And sometimes it takes a very, very conscious effort to say that, okay, but now I'm going back home and I need to put this on a shelf right now. And whatever that emotion is, it's like saying goodbye for now. I'm going to come and look at you tomorrow. And then you go on with it.
It's not easy to be an actor. I always feel that. Like what you said, it takes control of you. Then you have to consciously put in the effort to get detached. So,
well, every profession has its pros and cons, and
true.
There are some things that you get from it, and there's some things that you pay for it. Nothing is ever. I would just say one thing, that is that everybody thinks it's glamour, and it's so easy. Everybody thinks that the being an actor or whatever it's only glamour. It's all about the looks and the clothes and the adulation and all of that. But that's a byproduct of some very, very, very hard work.
Yeah.
And unless that goes in, this byproduct is not possible.
And looking good is so difficult. I mean, turn out in front of the camera catches every flaw.
Yeah.
You can't cheat on the camera. That's one relationship you can't cheat on.
Yeah.
So I agree. It's not easy to look good. Moving on to a segment, it's a rapid fire, but not one word.
Okay.
Your favorite co-star till date.
Favorite co-star till date? Not a nice question to ask.
Okay, director, actor, we can widen the horizon.
That favorite person on set till today has been Goldie Behel. We met on set and then I married him eventually. Yes. So yeah.
Okay. Do you have a bad audition experience?
No, not really. The only auditions that I've given were for the ad films, and I usually always got them.
Which film offer was your happiest?
Which film offer was my happiest? When I was offered the film called Anahat, which was a Marathi film directed by Amol Palekar, I was really happy to get that film and that role.
Okay. Have you ever used your celebrity card to get out of trouble?
I think you would do that too, and I can see you do that, and which is that people with lovely smiles always use those smiles to get out of trouble.
Do you have a technique to calm yourself down when you're really nervous about something?
Yeah, I mean, it took me... Again, life teaches you a lot. But I think on a serious note, I think the one thing one thing that always calms me down and the thing that is very, very crucial is breath.
Deep breaths.
Breath. Yeah, I would say breath because I can't say it's sometimes there doesn't have to be deep breath,
Okay.
but just understanding your breath and working on your breath can change the situation.
So what is it? You watch your breath, you be conscious about.
Yeah,
Because
be
I don't
mindful
know,
of it.
That's what I'm asking.
For me, it works when I'm mindful of my breath.
Okay, next. If you could give a message to your 18-year-old self, what would
Yeah.
it be?
Oh, 18-year-old me was really like the world was my oyster and the universe was nearly at my feet. I was getting awards for like the best debut. And yeah, it was euphoric. What would I tell my 18-year-old? Well, there's a lot of life coming ahead of you, my dear.
Oh, yes. I'm sure you can say that I'm going to make you proud. I think that for sure is valid. Okay. One healthy habit that changed your life.
I always had healthy habits. Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons why I could get through my illness the way I went through, because I've always had a healthy life.
You're a warrior, for sure.
I mean, you know, that's words people use, but I think most people, when faced with challenges in life, and everyone has faced some sort of challenge or the other, and when they go through it, is a warrior.
Okay.
When I go to a Tata hospital and I meet the women and look at the backgrounds they're coming from and what they're struggling from, and that time you realize that what a true warrior is, and that what you've been through is nothing, that you had the support, you had the resources. So I genuinely mean it. I'm not saying it as something because, oh, it sounds good or I'm deflecting it. I genuinely mean it.
I love how honest you are. I have to say it before moving on to the next question. I love your answers right now. I really do. Okay. Your all-time favorite Bollywood film?
All-time favorite Bollywood film. Which one would it be?
I think one of yours.
One of my favorites would be Sarfarosh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I think Sarfarosh, when it came in, was not like your typical Bollywood films that were being made at that time. And it told something so interestingly. It had everything in it.
I know it's.
I was the comic relief.
I also loved you in Duplicate.
Yeah.
You were so hot. I remember watching it on TV because that song used to keep playing on Blue Phone. I'm like, she's so beautiful. Oh my god. My entire family's a fan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, ninth one. Your favorite song of yours. You've given us some really good songs.
Hosh walon ko khabar kya.
The last film that made you cry.
Listen, I cry in every film. I cry in comedies too. What do I say?
Why?
It's a joke in my life. I cry in every film.
Okay, that's okay. We can let that go. But thank you. It was so good to talk to you. I feel like you have absolutely no pretense, and I love that.
Thank you.
You answered a strong, direct, and honest. And that's why it was such a good conversation, and I just really enjoyed myself.
Thank you so much.
Wish you all the very best for this show and for the many more to come, like you said, your journeys.
I hope so.
Thank you.
Thank you.